Hi there, welcome to Xinhua Live. This is Wu Si with the Xinhua News Agency. I'm now in Liupanshui City, southwest China's Guizhou province. Behind me is the Beipanjiang Bridge, sitting over 565 meters high, which is equivalent to the height of a 200-story building. The Beipanjiang Bridge was certified as the world's highest bridge by the Guinness World Records. And today, athletes from 11 countries are taking part in a base jumping competition. And beside me is just their landing point. And now we'll invite some of the foreign athletes to share their feelings after jumping from the world's highest bridge. When we just did the talking, I can see that several athletes are just jumping from the bridge. And beside me is Mr. Ben, right, from Britain. And then we'll just invite him to give a brief self-introduction first.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, my name's Ben. I'm from the UK, and I've come here to jump in this international base jumping competition.
Yes, and how many years have you practiced base jumping?
This is my 10th year of base jumping. I've done just over 1,000 jumps and 13 years in skydiving.
Yeah, so how many countries have you been to for base jumping?
Oh, that's a good question. I think 30 countries.
Yeah, so is it your first time to China since you have visited 30 countries?
It is my first time to China. Yeah, this was my first jump in China.
And this time, how did you get the news to finish, or you can try base jumping from the world's highest bridge?
I found out through a friend from the organizers who gave me an invitation to come here, and I thought that sounds great. Let's do it.
Yes,
so here I am.
Yes, and what's your first impression on this bridge?
Oh, amazing. Really, really fun, yeah. We've had a great time here. The bridge was a really fun place to jump. The people have been really friendly. Yeah, so thank you very much, guys. It's been amazing.
Yes, and before, what are the usually occasions for you to finish base jumping? And what's the difference between the one and the other base jumping activities we have done before?
So this is special because it's the highest bridge in the world. It's a really unique place to jump from. We've got a lot of altitude, a lot of time to fall, which is really nice. And it's such beautiful scenery. So I think that's what makes this place special.
Yes, and how did you think of your own performances in this day?
Oh, I could have done better. I could have done better. Not as good as this guy, English champion.
Yeah.
No, but it was about having fun, and had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And when you visited China for the first time, you just visit this province. What's your impression on this province's infrastructure, since you have been through the mountains and bridges? Right.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Yeah, I think to be able to build these kind of bridges, it's really impressive. And we've had a fantastic time in this province. Everybody's been really friendly, and we're really impressed.
Yeah. So, what's impressed you most about the journey?
About the journey?
Yeah.
About this trip so far? Or I'd say the hospitality. Everybody's been very welcoming to us, looked after us, and fed us great food. We've enjoyed it, so thank you.
Yes, and we hope that you can achieve good grades in this competition and enjoy your stay in China.
Fantastic, thank you very much.
Thank you.
谢谢。
谢谢你。And just now, I think you two have done a good job in finishing the base jumping. And first, can you give us a brief self-introduction?
Yes, I'm Pablo from France. I'm 24 years old, and I do base jumping and slacklining and all kind of stunt.
Yes, and how about your friend?
I'm Anthony Newton, and I'm from France. And I'm 33 years old, and this is my first time doing a base jump event in China, and it's really nice.
Yes. And how did you practice the base jumping?
We love base jumping from cliffs, but we do also from bridge for training and for stunts. We also jump from planes for practicing, and we love to jump from everywhere.
And you just said it's your first time to do base jumping in China.
Yes.
And at this time, you visited China for the first time. How did you feel?
it's not the first time that we are here in China. Back before COVID, we came to China at least 6 times. So we did events all over China, but slackline and highline. And this is the first time for base jumping. But the bridge is beautiful, and well, we didn't have the chance to visit Guiyang, but the whole area here is really nice.
Yes.
It's amazing.
And you know, this time when you visit Guizhou, is the only province without planes in China, so you can see so many bridges, right? And then what's your first impression about the infrastructure in this province?
We are very impressed because in France the biggest bridge we have is smaller than that. So it's crazy to see all those bridges, and we are amazed.
How about you?
It's nice, huh? A lot of concrete, but it's crazy to see how when you have an idea or a plan and people are ready to fight for it, then you can go straight across the mountain, the valley, wherever, and you just go straight and build bridges and tunnels and roads. It's crazy, but it's really nice.
Yes, and just beside it, we can see there are so many athletes who just finished their base jumping, and we'll continue to talk to them.
Yes?
Yes, and we just see that some of your friends finished their work, and
Yes.
and how did your team feel when you came to this this event?
But we feel it's nice to see other people from other countries. We meet in some places in Europe, but it's the first time that we all meet together here in China, and it's really nice to see the friends and some other guys we don't know before the competition. So we meet here and we all are together and we make friends, and so it's cool to compete together.
Yes, and so what's impressed you most about this trip, whether in the field of base jumping or other aspects?
I would say the bridges, huh? Again, because they are so huge, they are so tall, it's insane. That's really what impresses me, because you drive for 2 hours and you see so many huge bridges. So the fact that everything is huge, this is what impresses me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same, huh? Big bridge and big. Like the goal is to make a competition, so it will happen. And the area here has been cleaned for us to be able to do the competition, and that's really nice. And to have the permission, authorization to jump from a bridge like that, it's also impressive. In France, I don't know if this could be possible, but for the moment, we don't have the right to jump from bridges, and we never did a competition like this. So we are happy to be here.
Yes, and also we welcome you to China and hope you can enjoy your journey here and have a good grade in the competition.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
那个呢？那两对呢？那对呢？美国的那个安吉。That was him.
He invited you to But how did you get there?
As a world record holder, the Beipanjiang Bridge is gaining fame in China both for its height and the beautiful scenery around it. And now, this bridge has welcomed tourists from both China and abroad. Longjing Village, which is just located under the Beipanjiang Bridge, is also gaining fame because of the increasing tourist volume. And now we are just come to the house of a local villager, Mr. Ma Shuanjun. And today we also find quite surprising that an athlete from Israel also visited Ma's house. And now we'll just invite these two gentlemen to share their stories with us. Okay, so David, it's quite surprising for me to know that you have been to this place 4 years ago. So today you come here again. What's your feeling?
It feels amazing. Not only because this is really beautiful place, this bridge is beautiful, and for me it's really special because I got to meet again old friends from 4 years ago, and it's really exciting for me, and it's really special feeling.
Yes, and we know that maybe for you, because of the bridge, you got a chance to visit this house, and because of the improvement of the transport conditions, the local people got a chance to improve their livelihood. And now we will talk to Mr. Ma to know how's their life before and now. 那马大哥也想请您给我们介绍一下咱们以前这边的生活条件是怎么样的。So how's the living conditions before?
好的。以前我们这里比如上趟渡口站就要靠过这个溜索才能过去，但是你看后面以后修了高桥路修的话，我们就要骑摩托车，摩托车去镇上只要10多分钟。后面以后然后来玩看高桥的人多，我们也赚到钱了，然后就现在又买了一个小车，现在去镇上很方便了，小车一开着就去了。你看上面现在来看高桥的，现在修了高桥以后，你看来看高桥的，我们中国境内所有的省份的人都来到这里，还有外国的有好多个国家，很多人来到这里看到世界第一高桥的巍巍壮观，下面大自然的奇山异水，千百年冲刷的石头，大家这里夸夸其谈，他说我来了还想来，这个风景太美啊！他说在这里我们真荣幸，我说欢迎啊，有机会再来我们三个哈。现在很多人来到我们这里有时候一天我能居住的人到有时候上百人。最少的时候几十人，每一天都有游客来，很多外地的，而且他来看高桥，他这里
好的。And we can see that there is a gliding rope. And before, since the road conditions were quite terrible, they need to resort to the gliding slope to come to the other side of the river. And later, they built a bridge here so they can drive a motorcycle to cross the river. It will take just 10 minutes to go to the town. And because their living conditions have been improved greatly, so at present, he bought a new car and he can drive his car to treat the tourists to visit his inn and to have meals and also stay here for a night to enjoy the beautiful scenery here. And his inn has welcomed both tourists from China and abroad just like you. And when the tourists visited the bridge, yes, and as for you, it means that you come here again, right? So it means that this place is quite popular among the tourists.
It is the highest bridge in the world, so of course it's popular. And yeah, for me, like I said, it was really special to come back. His hospitality 4 years ago was something that I never saw before, never experienced before. He's the kindest and nicest man that I ever met. And to see him again and to meet his family again, and we didn't plan that, okay? I got invited to the event to jump on the bridge. I knew maybe it's gonna happen. I didn't know what's the story, if he still live here, where is he? I didn't know anything. And I arrived here and I met him and I was so happy to see him again and his family.
Yes, I can see that you two feel quite delighted to meet each other again. And Ma also introduced that because of the bridge, he can receive maybe 100 tourists to have meals at his inn, and sometimes at least he can also receive dozens of tourists here.
Yeah.
So
when I was here, the house was smaller. There was no shops. That was not there, and everything got much more developed. And I'm really happy to see that this bridge is getting this area a lot of business and good things here.
Yes. So, 马大哥，那就咱们这个桥的话，您觉得它给我们的生活带来了哪些变化呢？So, what are the changes brought by the bridge to our lives?
以前我们这个桥，以前我们想看一个外地人要跑到大城市去，现在大城市的人跑到我们山卡卡里面来了，这是做梦都没有想到的。以前我们想看一个外地人要到大城市，你看现在大城市，你看他们还有外国的来了又来，来了又来，这是成了好朋友啊！这就是修了世界第一高桥带给我们的缘分荣幸啊！你看在这里来，哎呀，真好。
好的。And before, for the local villagers, if they need to meet outside, they need to visit the cities. But at present, the outsiders and even foreigners come to the village, and they even come here again and again just because of the bridge. 对，那现在我们也可以理解为，因为这座桥，咱们的生活条件也得到了很大的改善。
对，是做梦都没有想到的。现在你看哪个想到的？我们坐在家里面能赚钱，现在不但赚钱，还得到你看更多人记住了。我们还交了朋友，我们把朋友交到省内外、省外，还有国外去了。你看这个朋友来了又来，来了又来，这是我们荣幸啊！所以我们要住在高桥下，把服务做好，心态放正，人来多了要带动大家。 共同努力，共同致富，共同过上好日子。
It is out of mass expectation that so many people will visit his home village, and also they not just improved their own livelihoods, they also help boosted the development of the whole village. And we also hope that the bridge can bring more conveniences to the local people and improve their livelihoods. For the once impoverished villages, they had never imagined that a bridge can bring tourists to their mountain-locked village and change their lives. Situated in the rolling mountains and hills, poor transportation had long restricted social and economic development in the province. Things have changed since late 1970s. With 92.5% of its areas covered by mountains and hills, Guizhou province has built nearly 30,000 bridges since then, and now is home to nearly half of the 100 tallest bridges in the world. Due to the large number of bridges, their types, and the complex technologies used in the construction of the museums, Guizhou is known as the Museum of World Bridges in China. Thanks to the construction of bridges, Guizhou is becoming deeply integrated with the nation's transportation network, ushering in improved quality of life for local residents. Bridges are also a unique cultural symbol of the province that represents its deepening communication with the outside world. Now we are wrapping up today's live broadcast. Thank you for watching and see you next time.